Black Sheep Family Autism. My name is Nicole. If you're new here, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Be down the gang. So yeah, just so y'all know, bro, I'm hyper AF right now. I'm trying to like bring it back in. I'm pre-filming some videos, so I just was like, I might as well talk about this while I'm pre. So yeah, I was like, I might as well talk about this while I'm pre-filming, while I'm in the mood to do basically YouTube and do a few little videos for you guys. Also, if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, be down the gang. This video is going to kind of be about like co-parenting, custody, and like my kids. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it at the beginning of the video for like. So what's up, you guys? I just wanted to come on here and say that I know someone's going to have something to say about, you know, the whole claim of the truth. Truthfully, this is my side of the story. This is what's going on with my case, how I see it going on with my case. So this is just how I feel. This is my side of the story. And this is like not even like in detail my side of the story. This is just parts of my side of the story. Also, this is October the 1st that I'm actually in this little clip or whatever. This video part 10 was filmed probably 2 or 3 months ago. I think it was filmed before Mother's Day, to be quite honest. So yeah, also y'all make sure when I do get that Patreon and when I do get that stuff up and running, y'all make sure y'all be a member, because y'all gonna have a lot of exclusive content. Y'all gonna have stuff broken down, especially with this case and with other stuff. It's gonna be the Patreon. If y'all get the Patreon, it's going to be more content, and it's gonna be way less restricted, and it's gonna be whatever I feel like saying and whatever I want to put on there. Y'all gonna get this content early, but y'all also gonna have more content. Like, if y'all get what I mean, like the stuff that I do after hours and stuff like that, y'all will get all it over there. So yeah, and it's starting out at $5, and it goes up to 20. So I got 5, 10, 15, and 20. Like, it's different memberships that you can get. What else was I gonna say? I think that's all I was gonna say. But yeah, like what I really want to say that I can't say on YouTube, it would be over there, y'all. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and film part 11 today. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it today or tomorrow, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to film part 11 for you guys. But like, I hold my mic and all this stuff in, so I'm gonna try to re-record this video. I'm gonna try to make it as fast as possible. I just want to go ahead and put a disclaimer out here. Like, I don't necessarily have a problem with the item or the kid's attorney or whatever. I feel like with certain stuff she's been biased or just putting at the back of her list of things to do. This is not to like bash my kid's father or whatever, my oldest kid's dad or whatever. It's just telling the God honest truth of what's going on with this case. It's really not a lot to update you guys about other than the kid's attorney, the ad litem or whatever. They call kids attorneys ad litems or whatever. How do I want to start with this? First, it was with my oldest kid's dad. He was not going by the order. He just flat foot didn't go by the order. He didn't do nothing with the order. They would check the kids out and stuff like that. Far as with the order, they just sus. They wasn't doing nothing far as with the order at all. And if he didn't check him out, his mama checked him out. When I did get him that one time from school, he wanted to show up at the school, and like, I don't even understand why that wasn't even in order. Like, why are you at the school? Why I picked them up for what? What do you need to be here for? Like, this person is real, just the devil, y'all. Just the devil. Wasn't going by the order. The ad item, the first case was saying how the ad item with the first case was like, you know, you cannot just keep the kids from her and not let her get the kids just because you don't want to. Like, that's against the law, that's against the rules. And she was telling him all that type of stuff, and he was like, well, I know what your law is, but I'm gonna do what I want to do, blah blah blah, this, blah blah blah, that. She told me that if he didn't follow the order, which he didn't and he never did, that she could get the case overturned. Mind you, now she didn't get the case overturned because she really never did get to do that home visit with me. So she could not recommend the kids come stay with me if she never did a home visit with me and the kids in the household, or me and my husband in the household type stuff. So that happened. So fast forward to now with the supervised stuff. Mind y'all now, it's only supervised because it took 2 weeks for me to take a drug test. And him and his attorney objected to it and was like, well, we feel like since she failed the drug test, and it's a technicality, it's a failed drug test because it took me 2 weeks to take it and I didn't do it that day, which my attorney at the time didn't advise me of that, like I said in previous videos. So yeah, that's how it got onto like supervised visitation, because of not taking a drug test on time, and just because he really wanted the supervised visitation anyway. He wanted me to be able to spend less time with my kids anyway, with him not doing, like, following the order. So all that happened, he got his little wish for me still not to get kids, for it still to be an issue with the kids. With my old attorney, I sent her like the item, which is the kids attorney. I sent her like 5 people that were willing to do the supervised visitations. She really never did get back with me. Then the case ended up getting closed. My attorney didn't tell me that the case was closed or going to even be closed. Mind you now, never did a home visit with me and my kids. Fast forwarded to now. Now let her tell it. My visitation supervised, because I supposed to one minute is I told Carter that I was gonna kill his dad. The next minute is Carter overheard me telling Jay that I was going to kill his dad or shoot his dad or something like that. And Carter's supposed to be adamant about it, and it's one thing if the dad's making up stuff about you, but it's another thing when a kid's saying this and the kid's saying that. But mind you, I haven't even seen the kids in 2 years, and on top of me not seeing the kids in 2 years and 2 Christmases, and this case still never being overturned for this person still being able to do what the fuck he want to do. The time that I had supposed to sat here and told Carter that, the dates didn't even line up. That's why DHS dismissed it. That's why the police that investigated dismissed it, because the dates didn't even line up. Like, if you want to put something on somebody, you might want to make sure that the dates are even days that I have even seen them. Mind y'all, now he was keeping these kids away from me before this. Like, when she had talked to him, he was keeping them away from me, and then after that, he was still keeping them away from me. So when did I tell him this? So like when they tell me the day, not, because I'm petty. I asked him, I said, well, so what day is supposed to happen? What weekend is supposed to happen? And when they tell me the weekend that it was reported and the weekend that it happened, I'm like, I didn't have them then. He had checked them out. Go to the school and check it, go check the records for the school, because I was supposed to be able to pick them up at school and drop them off at school. I did not pick them up or drop them off. They was already checked out. So I don't know if somebody, the DHS went up there and talked to the people, and then the police went up there and was like, oh, well, yeah, she didn't get them, and just was like, I don't got enough evidence, and dismissed it. But that whole allegation was dismissed, or not even dismissed, but unfounded. So this particular item, don't even know why it's even supervised. Like, so I mean, to me, you just don't even really care about the case. You don't even really care about me getting my kids or seeing my kids or having anything that's fair with my kids. And I could be wrong, because at first she was trying, and I don't know if the case have got so old and her memory is not, is good. Just because she don't just have my case, I know she don't just have my case, but she also is a judge, and she's also an item for other people's kids, which I try to take that in consideration. But don't sit here and tell me that I did something that you ain't had no fucking proof of. Like, that's not how the court of law work. Like, I understand it on black, but that's not how this shit's supposed to work. Like, you're not supposed to tell somebody that, oh, well, yeah, you did that, and you said that as if you were sitting right here next to me and you heard it happen. Like, come on. And as if people do not manipulate kids to say things, and as if kids do not lie. Like, let's not just act like this person, my son and daughter's getting raised by the best of people. These are still people that's keeping kids away from their mama with no evidence of anything, with no evidence that I told them this, with no evidence that I hit them, with no evidence that I verbally abused them, with no evidence of anything. Mind you now. So fast forward to this case with my new attorney. She's been on the case a while. I've been getting visits only on Saturdays, and like, I don't even understand how Carter and Crystal dad can sit here and pick and choose the part of the order that he wants to fucking follow, and nothing happens to him with this shit. Like, I don't even understand how that's not contempt. Like, and I don't even understand how that's better for the kids or whatever. But she had at least 2 months to do a visit with me and my kids or whatever before this coronavirus had happened, and she never did do it. So I don't even feel like you're trying to come to my house and do a whole, I don't feel like she's trying to recommend nothing in my favor, in all honesty. If she do, I would be surprised. If she be like, oh well, going up on this, yeah, blah 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 this, like, I would literally be surprised, because to me this case has been, like, with me, it has been at least of her fucking words. She have made sure she went to the dad house and seen the dad house and all this and all that. Also, I don't like the fact that the whole point of the drug test was because my baby daddy was acting like a little girl, and was like, well, I want them to be drug tested because they on drugs. Because everything that he was saying that I had supposed to did, she was like, that's not true. That's not founded. No, it's not. That's not true. Like, she was like, literally like, motherfucker, you lying, and I know you fucking lying. Like, what the fuck ever. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. So the only thing that he could do and argue is the fact that he wanted us to take drug tests. So she went in court and she was like, well, I want all of them to take a drug test, right? So why, now that he's married, his wife don't have to take a drug test, but my husband have to take a drug test. Mind you, now there was no proof, there was no evidence, there was no nothing that anybody in this household was on drugs or is on drugs. But now it's being told to me by the ad litem that, oh, your attorney has to sit here and file for that motion, or your attorney has to do this and your attorney has to do that. Why my attorney have to do everything when this still first happened? She did it. So, like I said, I would be surprised if this person does anything in my favor, and I would be more surprised if it's not somebody that they just know or the family know. Like, I really, really would, because it just doesn't make no sense, because at first he wasn't letting them go at all, and now that I have got, even though it's supervised, even though I have gotten visitation, like, you haven't even came over here to be like, yeah, it's fine, no it's not, well, I seen this and I seen that to kind of, alarm me. Like, nothing. Like, and I just feel like nobody's that busy. This person still refuses Sundays. This person, even though I have sat here and bought my kids a phone, and that's what I want to clear up too. My baby daddy wife never did get Crystal a cell phone so she could talk to me, or Carter a cell phone so I could talk to them. That cell phone that she had didn't have no minutes on it, didn't have no time on it, didn't have no service. It was like a Wi-Fi phone that wouldn't download the app so she could call or text and none of that. And I honestly feel like when I call Carter and text Carter, I never get a response. So I feel as if he doesn't even have his phone. Like, I feel like somebody else is using a phone, and whenever they feel like letting him talk to me, that's when they sit here and give him his phone. Like, these are real demonic people, because I don't know what a 5-minute conversation is gonna hurt them with me talking to my son, and I don't know what is gonna hurt them me texting my son and seeing how he's doing, how his day's going, is he doing work, just the normal questions that you would ask your kid regardless. So yeah, I'm just so over this whole case and this whole bullshit, because to me it seems like no matter how much fucked up shit this person do, this person still getting away with it. And it's just like any crook. That's just like a serial rapist or something. If they rape this girl and rape that girl and rape that girl and been doing it for 20 years, they're gonna keep doing it, because ain't nobody sat here and be like, stop doing it. And if they do, they be like, you didn't supposed to do that, and they just keep on going on with this whole court proceedings or whatever. They don't talk about, like, and also Carter's supposed to be so upset with me and been saying things at these facilities. Mind you, now he haven't seen me in 2 Christmas, which has almost been 2 years. So whatever anybody else has been telling him, he kind of probably believe it, because he don't have nobody else to be like, that's stupid, that don't make sense, and this, that, and third. He's not at the age yet to make decisions himself, hence why he has a light on. It's very easy to manipulate a kid that you have custody of, or you and your mom spew like demonic shit to them. Like, that's real easy or whatever. And I don't understand how this is so hard to believe that these people will do that, because these are the same people that are keeping kids away from their mother. Like, how sick and demonic is that? Like, you can't come up with no proof that I did anything. You have no reason, like come on, you get in child support, you have custody, I don't call you, I don't text you, like, what the fuck you mad for? Cause you evil, you the devil. And his mama, like, I damn sure don't call that motherfucker, so like, I don't damn sure bother that bitch. I can't stand that hoe. Like, she is a whole fucking She is the whole fucking devil. She's a devil that spit out a demon. Like, real shit. Like, ugh, spit out. What else happened? So she still ain't did that from even the coronavirus thing. And like, I sent her an email and I was just like, I feel like I paid you to sit here and do your job, on which a job was to still do a home visit with me and any type of anything with me to see how you felt like it went, so that you could sit here and actually testify to something that's somewhat makes sense or whatever. And like, she went on to sit here and say that, well, I'm you paid me to do a job, to be an ad litem or whatever, blah blah blah, this to make a recommendation for the courts or whatever. How you gonna make a recommendation, ma'am, if you never came over to do a home visit still? Like, y'all tell me how that works. Tell me, like, I need somebody to make this shit make sense to me. And like, when he accused us of being on drugs, he wanted us to do a drug test, she had no problem going to court, filing a motion for everybody to take one. So why, now that he's married, why don't she have to take a drug test before she be at the household with the kids? Like, how does this make sense? And mind y'all now, like, you supposed to have no overnight guests because he was so worried about Jay. And I really feel like this person is threatened by Jay, because why else do you have such a problem with Jay? Like, I just don't even understand it. But like, they have a whole baby. Like, they got married in January and I think had a baby at the end of January or February. So you know that person was over there spending the night. You know that person was around the kids, and you know that he was not following the order. Like, you can't make this, you can't pay me to believe that they was even doing it the right way. But like, for the longest, I do not like my baby daddy. So I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Like, I don't give a fuck how many kids this motherfucker have, how many bitches he having with, how many hoes he married. This is a whole nother second wife or whatever. And I can't even say nothing negative about her because she hasn't said or did anything to me. The only weird shit that I can sit here and say is, I don't even know why the fuck she's on my Facebook page liking my shit. As if, like, what do you think, that I don't know that he's married? I don't give a fuck. I don't want him. It's not like if y'all been together this long, like, this bitch know how much I even talk to this nigga. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised is that behavior place that Carl said. I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of them hoes from over there, because they was silly as hell. Like, I just wouldn't. But yeah. Also, people was asking me how do I feel about him being married, like people in my family that watch my channel. I don't give a fuck. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the motherfucker learned something from what the fuck I'm going through with my kids, because no one has yet to came up with any proof that I did anything to my kids. Like, still. So if I'm going through this shit and I ain't did shit to my kids, or even talk to them, or even send a smoke signal to them, and they still have a problem with me, I just hope that you are taking notes and preparing yourself, and hopefully it works. Like, but I don't have no, I don't know. I think if I cared about the person, it would bother me. But it's not like Jay. This is like somebody, like, I have been with Jay for almost 10 years now. So like, I have been over this person. So it's not something that I feel any way about. Like, hopefully it work. Hopefully this wife don't rob him. That's all I can say on that. And oh yeah, hopefully this wife ain't beating kids with hangers and stuff like that. But as mean as Carter is, I wouldn't be surprised if Carter will go aside somebody's head. So hopefully that ain't going on. But also with the ad litem was telling me that she was alarmed that Carter was saying some nasty things about me and stuff like that. And also my attorney had told me that too. But like, my thing is, I haven't seen him in 2 years, so whatever he's getting brainwashed and fed to believe or to think, like, I think Ray Charles should be able to see what's really going on with this case. And also, they're trying to make it seem like it's my fault that Carter's acting out and he has such a bad behavior problem. But again, I haven't been around for the last 2 years, so how does that work? Like, tell me how that work. How am I the reason that he's acting up? And also, when I sat here and called that facility, y'all, the first one that he was at, the one that he was saying long term, the man told me that Carter was in there choking people, this, that, and the third. Then he told me, well, I stopped your calls because every time he talked to you, he was acting out. Maybe because he wanted to see me. He knew that he wasn't gonna be able to see me. How about that? But then, y'all, I'm so petty. I sat here and I asked him, I said, so when he don't talk to him, he's doing good? And he was like, oh, well, No, we had an incident this day and we had an incident that day. So how does that even make sense to stop his phone calls from talking to me because he's acting out? Probably because he misses me, but even when he don't talk to me, he's still acting out. So I must not be the problem. Then he proceeded to tell me in that same conversation that Carl was at the facility choking people, and he's reenacting something that he sees somewhere else. He's just so full of anger, blah blah blah, this blah 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 that. Probably his daddy, sir. Like, duh. If this is the person that has full custody and he actually lives with him and don't live with his mama, maybe his daddy. Like, cause even they knew that I haven't been seeing them. Like, he was in there 6 months, and before he was in there them 6 months, I still was not seeing him like that because they was doing whatever he wanted to do with the fucking order. So maybe he's seeing it at his daddy house. For him to be like, well, he won't tell us if he's seen it at your house, the grandma house, or the dad house. For it to be maybe a week later for him to be like, oh well, yeah, he's seen that type of behavior at his daddy house, and he won't tell me, you know, who did what, but he's reenacting that and blah 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 that, blah 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 that, blah 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 this and blah 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 that. Then he did start back my phone calls with my son. When you see that he's gonna act that regardless. So I guess, and I feel like that's fucked up to sit here, and if a kid's acting that, you don't let them talk to their parents, or maybe you just don't let him talk to me. I don't know. Yeah. What else I gonna say about the L item? I was gonna say something else about the L item. She never did the home visit over here. She was talking about the COVID-19, and my whole thing with that is but she did say she had a reason why she was like, now she can't do it, which she had plenty enough time to do it before this. But she was saying, well, the first time she didn't have time, but like since the supervisor visitation had started or whatever, like she have had time to at least visit with me with one of my kids, or you know, more than just one visit to be like, oh yes or no, or I don't know, or I'm not sure, or I don't see a problem with either one of them in their households, like anything. Or they be looking forward to coming to my house. They be like counting down the days, like, hey mom, it's like one more day before I see you and stuff like that. So that's going on. And also with the L item, because I have a fair point of view of me at all. Like, I don't, me or my husband or this family or this dynamic over there, because she did one visit with me and that was in 2019 or 18 or something like that. So yeah, and we are in 2020 now. Like, yeah, we just in the 4th month, but we're still in 2020 now. Like I said, she's also saying that she's concerned about Carter. Carter came up to me, he hugged me. When it's time for them to go, Carter be like, oh man, like, okay, we gotta go back home, like, and stuff like that. When we got to stores and stuff like that, Carter, before the coronavirus had happened, Carter be wanting to ride with me and stuff like that. If I didn't say it before, yeah. Also, what else? Somebody was saying something about the kids turning, like, yeah, I was asking something about the kids turning. I will say this, she can't lean on my side or his side, or don't supposed to lean on my side or his side. I feel like at first she was fair, but I feel like this case has been going on so long that and she has so many cases that she probably don't remember our interaction, don't remember certain things about the case. Like, I feel like that is going on as far as with the case with her anyway. But I still feel as if she should have done the home visit with me already, and I still feel as if you should talk to the kids and see how the kids feel, because what the kids expressed to me is, I want to stay longer and I want to be able to come see you and chill with you and spend a night. Like, they have not expressed to me of even wanting to go home when it's time for them to go home. And that's whether we go out or whatever or not. Like, that's during the quarantine and after the quarantine, y'all. So yeah, co-parenting for us with this person don't want to do anything. Like, y'all, 2-3 years ago, I was fine with, like, even when we first had this, matter of fact, when we first had this kids attorney, I was like, yeah, I want full custody back, but if not, I at least want joint custody, and for it to be fair for the kids to see both of their parents, like, the same amount of time. Like, I got 1 year, you get 1 year, or we alternate weeks or something like that. Like, anything, like, one person carried a kid on tax return, the other person carried another kid on tax return. Like, we just have our kid that we carry on tax returns. Like, it could just be all so simple. Like, we have insurance over here, like, his job should offer insurance, so like, it can work. And then I was trying to make it work without child support. Like, nobody pay child support, we just put our kids on the insurance or whatever sports we want to put our kids in, like, go half on. Like, co-parent like that. So co-parent with me is not going good because, as y'all have just heard, I'm not even being allowed to see my kids, and I'm not even being allowed to see my kids. Like I'm getting a day, but I'm not getting the 2 days I'm supposed to get. And even after me buying them a cell phone, I still can only talk to one kid. And I mean, that's just it on it. This is a long video, y'all. I didn't want it to be long. Carter does not have an anger problem with me. He does have an anger problem, but it's not directed towards me. Yeah. Also, what I was gonna say, as far as with the co-parenting shit, like if we was able to do joint custody and whatever, like I really don't want it because I feel like he's not even gonna abide by the joint custody stuff, and it's just gonna be more of bull, and we're still gonna be in court. But on top of no child support, us just, I don't win them, he don't win them, and we're just co-parenting. We split in weeks. Like 1 week you here, the next week you're there, this week you're there, the next week you're here, whatever, or however many months or years and stuff like that. But not only that, y'all, like I feel like I'm married, he's married, and even before he was married to this person, he was married. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like at one point, at any point in time, we should be able to take our kids on vacations. He have a baby with somebody else, I had 2 kids with somebody else. Like they're still all siblings. Like I feel like they should know each other, and adults should be able to go on vacation with the kids, not like roaming or nothing like that. Like if we could, cool, but we're not gonna ever be that cool. So I feel like we should be able to sit here and split our money half, take our kids on vacations and stuff like that, so that the kids could see all 4 parents that love them, that care for them and stuff like that. Like I just feel like that's co-parenting. Like it's just the fact that we're not together, but why the fuck should the kids have to suffer? Like, and if you don't want to do that, cool, but why keep them from their mama? Like it just doesn't make sense to me, because this can all be so simple. Like kids has to be here, and like we didn't work out, what the fuck ever. I got a husband, I've been had a husband, you just got married. Like you shouldn't even be having this much demonic shit in your spirit. Like y'all should be on y'all honeymoon or trying to go on a honeymoon or anything. But that came in the quarantine. But I'm just saying, y'all should be trying to want y'all time back, because. But I honestly still think that the kid stayed with his parents. To be honest with you, because like I said in the other video, the grandma was like she wanted my kids anyway. So I still feel like that's what they at, and he just don't want to have to pay child support, like he had told me before. Previously, it's just that he don't want to pay child support, and that's the only reason why he wanted them, and that's the only reason why he went to court to keep custody after I gave him temporary custody, when we could have did a whole joint order and nobody paid child support. Like I have never really, I'm just trying to co-parent and keep going. Like if child support's the reason why you want to keep custody, or child support's the reason why you don't want to have custody, like just be in their life. Like I say, still gonna need a dad, but I feel like he's the type of person that they don't need in their life, because he's real toxic. He's real toxic and he's evil. Like I really don't know what else to say. But it would be nice if, you know, we could have did the joint thing. If I never regained custody or something like that, that would have been like the next best thing, would have been joint custody. And even if I had custody, if we could sit here and still take our kids on vacation, so the kids could have those fun memories with everybody. And like I said, like far as he has a baby with somebody else, see how he was calling my child a pole monkey, that racist shit, and talk about some woman that they look like a monkey. Julian was a monkey. The next minute, Jackson looked like a Mexican. Like just a whole bunch of racist ass shit talking about Jackson and Julian, him and his mama was doing or whatever. Have I said anything about this baby? No. Why? Because this baby is a whole innocent baby. What the fuck do this baby got to do with anything? Like, who the fuck look at somebody fucking kids and babies and call them all kinds of motherfucking names? Like, I just will never understand that about people. Like, what the fuck the baby do to you, my nigga? Like, and I get it. It's some people that if they don't like the parents, they don't like the kids. But what the fuck have a kid ever did to you? Like, really, what the fuck have a baby ever did to you? Because this is before they even could walk. Like, Carter Chris coming back telling me what the fuck a motherfucker was saying about my kids, and mainly his mama. Like, and that's why I don't like the hoe. Like, and I'm never gonna like the hoe. Like, bitch, you can never have kids as cute as mine. Any of them. But, okay. Like that's just some sick ass demonic shit, y'all. And that's why I don't talk about this shit, because they low vibration and they really demonic as fuck.